Holiday Hoops presented by K Jewelers. And welcome to the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. Mele Kalikimaka. Merry Christmas, everybody, from Honolulu, Hawaii. Final day of the tourney and getting us going. Loyola Chicago and Murray State. On day two that went to double overtime. Murray State would lose to Charlotte 94-90. And here we are. Just after 8:30 a.m. Christmas morning in Honolulu, Hawaii, and the Racers control. This is Jacoby Wood. He's the top scorer for Murray State, averaging just under 14 a game. A.J. Ferguson circling into the paint. Under 10 to shoot here on this opening possession. Terrence Harcum, contested shot, and he gets the bucket to go. Our starting lineup is brought to you by Outrigger Resorts for Loyola. Sheldon Edwards Jr. comes in as the team's top scorer. He's averaging 12.3 points per game and their most prolific three-point shooter. Jalen Quinn, who we just featured moments ago, gets to the hoop and finishes with the right hand.
Taller player, but they've got to make something happen out front with their guards.
And again, getting under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Contested shot there by Kyron Lindsay. And Miles Rubin able to contest, forcing the miss. Quinn, using both hands.
And a couple of days ago, so I remembered that, so I had to come back with one for you.
Oh, man, I would give my...
Played some players that probably wouldn't have seen minutes over the last 3 or 4 days, but they've increased the energy despite having lost players to injury. They've battled in all the games they've been in.
Jalen Deloach, he has played well in spots. 6 on day two. Loyola lost that game 77-68. Shot just 25% from three-point range. As up close, Kyron Lindsay. Harcum getting it down low. Good feed there to Lindsay, who had the position.
Great patience right there, Lindsay.
Ferguson, 10 seconds to shoot. Sends it back out to Harcum. Harcum gets the step and finishes with the left. Hard drive there, Terrence. Another example of Drew Valentine having to go deeper into his bench because of some of the injuries. Oh, and Reese getting loose and finishing and one. Oh, and he hit the floor hard. Foul against Ferguson, and Reese completes the three.
The Ramblers to try to change things up. Murray State now having to look and search and think rather than attack.
Nick Ellington, one of their wider bodies, into the game in the post area for the Racers. And a good stop and pop. Terrence Harcum been showing out in 45 minutes in that overtime loss to Charlotte on day two. Nice finish there. That's a freshman from Cairo. Watson. Watson been a little bit quiet, at least by his standards offensively. Came in as the leading scorer for Loyola, but has not scored double figures. Had double figures in 6 straight games prior to the tournament. Rubin going up to cram it, and he gets fouled. Illinois out of Simeon Career Academy. High arching free throw. The 5 OTs. That's been the theme here this week.
Trying to negate that penetration that they were suffering from, but Murray State executing both times against the scoring late into the possession. They're okay with taking their time. They don't want this to be a track meet.
Ferguson with his first made bucket. 1-point lead for Loyola. Fadeaway and Dawi. A little feathery flick there.
Boy, it's almost on reps. The players, prime time, ready to go.
All of Loyola's points have come in the paint or from the free throw line. They lead 15-12 here over Murray State. Eight seconds to shoot. Hard drive. Glazkov. And how about these freshmen? And under Glazkov, the 6'6" frosh from Russia, has played sparingly, but getting a huge opportunity here on the final day and gets his hand in the passing lane. Edwards will try a three. First points from outside the paint for the Ramblers. We have seen Murray State very patient, per usual here offensively. And again, getting under 10 seconds on this possession. Morgan hard drive, a lot of resistance, but he was not going to be denied. Really displaying any particular sense of urgency.
Rotation, that one switch that doesn't happen, and then you end up at the... They've got the mismatch inside. There it is.
Yeah, it's Ellington, and he takes advantage. Sat it on the heel for a hot second before.
Recognizing situations. They run their ball screens till they get something they like, and then they deliver.
The patience is really almost an art form for the Racers here. As you see the foul there going to go against Ellington, but it is Watson bounce pass. Deloach working against Wood. Spins into a double team, but goes smooch off of the glass.
Great.
Lindsay, the deep touch. Alden Applewhite on the drive, and he finishes after the pump fake.
Out, get it to the post, swing it, penetrate.
Applewhite at his third college destination. Was at Mississippi State before heading over to Portland in his second year now with Murray State. Caleb Reese getting some significant minutes. 5'11" junior. Won a Michigan State title as a senior. Wood going to step back behind the three and knock it down. He is scoreless. No first made triple of this game for Murray State. Miles Rubin off glass with the right hand.
It's right there by Lindsay just to hold his ground and contest.
Deep touch there for Lindsay. And when he now gets his hands on the ball. Quinn, little contact, no call. There's the whistle. And they're going to say it's in the act. Classic. Rattles out the free
on the ball screen, or they're going all the way to the rim for the layup. But what happens makes your team much more effective.
Wood ran into some traffic. Gets it to Applewhite, lines up the three, and hits. Back-to-back.
Successful offense, developing three weapons instead of two makes your team much more effective.
Wood ran into some traffic. Gets it to Applewhite, lines up the three, and hits. Back-to-back made triples.
Ball and took three to the face. Good ball movement by Murray State.
Applewhite, a 35% three-point shooter. Here's Edwards, the fadeaway on the baseline. And we have a whistle, and that's going to be a fifth-year senior. And gets the friendly bounce there. He has 5 points. The lead. Here's that zone look once again from Loyola.
A 1-2-2 zone, high post, wide open. Good skip pass. Defender late, and another three.
What a tournament he has put together. 28 points, 7 boards in a record 48 minutes, albeit in a loss against Charlotte on day 2, the first ever double overtime game in the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic.
Watson puts Loyola back in the lead, kind of snatches the momentum back. They had it for a few seconds.
These aren't looking like two teams that are playing at what was an 8:30 tip time here in the islands. That's going to be a foul in the act of shooting. Almost 1,400 points. He knows how to fill it up. And he still has one. And he goes 2 of 3 on that trip, and we're tied. Deloach put it on the deck. What a strong drive right down the middle of the lane. And we're going to have a whistle underneath. Poorly. You're just seeing some really efficient execution.
We talked about both teams being 0-2. It's the last game.
Closing in on 3 minutes to play here in this opening frame. Drive by Wood, hanging in the air. And Wakoria hits the deck. He was tripping over Jacob. Bonus opportunity here for Francis Wakoria. And he earns himself a different feeling when you're flying back home and you at least have one victory under your belt as opposed
and what they can accomplish in their conference, where they were picked, where they want to finish. What did you learn about yourself on that trip? What did you go through? You had to play 3 games in 4 days.
Foul there will go against Sheldon Edwards, who had deflected it. Kobe Wood at the free throw line. Members of the Ohio Valley Conference. The clock's here. Oh, the reverse disrupted there as Kylan Milton couldn't finish. And now the shot clock is off. Opportunity for the Ramblers to get a last shot opportunity. The pull up here by Reese. That's good. Caleb Reese, the walk-on, getting the call and delivering. Half-court heave. No good there from Jacoby Wood. But Caleb Reese with 6 points here in this game. Just some efficient offensive execution, at least when it comes to shot making here so far.
Well, a lot of coaches will tell you it's because we got the right guys shooting. Know your teammates, and that's a teammate we know.
Shooting for Loyola, Sheldon Edwards Jr., that's his second made triple. He's got 8 points. As mentioned, every player who has seen the floor in this game, both sides, have gotten into the scoring column. That's a deflection. Quinn, nice maneuver, and finishes at the rim. It is, in fact, a 7-0 run here going back to the end of the first half for Loyola. Oh, and that pass went right into the hands of Edwards, who gets it back in the corner, and that gets blocked by A.J. Ferguson.
Serious A.J. Ferguson. Folks, watch the bounce. Watch the elevation. He gets up and takes away what would have makes threes. The fight, the determination to hustle back after a turnover and take away that three-point effort.
Lob pass, Rubin hammers it home.
Now the Ramblers starting to hit their rhythm. High percentage plays, get it up where no one else can get it. The big fella and the hammer. That magical Final Four run.
Oh boy, the lob pass, and again it's a at the moment.
Murray State, the kind of team that was perfectly fine, trading baskets, grinding it out. It's a game they can win when you talk about a team with 4 great guards and a big like Lindsay that's talented. They bother you at all.
And Jalen Quinn picking up that foul. That's his third.
Whistling the foul, letting guys know, hey, knock it off.
Inbound intended for Wakorie, broken up there by Ferguson. And he's going to try to take it himself. Got the bump, and a blocking foul is called. Free throws coming. Spent 2 years at Southern Illinois. We should target this guy, and they did. And you can see some of the explosiveness in that last.
The mascot at SIU. The Salukis.
Yeah, the Salukis.
I only know that because my mother's an alum. Another big finish.
Around 4 decades. Drew Valentine telling us before the tournament, he said, watch Miles. He will go for every single shot around the rim, and he'll block a whole bunch of them. We have seen that. That three-pointer is crucial.
In the game within the game, you take a timeout and the coach calls your number, and you know you're going to get that shot and you knock it down. Big-time play right there to Harkham.
Loyola going to continue to get the ball in Miles Rubin's hand, and he continues to deliver. Here's Ferguson, right corner 3. Got it. A.J. Ferguson has 7. It's kind of a desperation type of effort there. Underneath, good positioning there by Nick Ellington. Wood blocked up top, but a foul is called. Look.
And this is a tough one because this is what you're supposed to do defensively. Stay down, let your teammate come over and make the play. But you're right, the foul is down low on Reese. Little connection there down low.
In here, Des Watson and Wood.
But at times, we're here for 2 games in a row. Got to stay warm.
Missed there, leading to a transition opportunity here for Loyola. Reese passing up on the open three. Instead, getting it down low, and perhaps a good choice because Jalen Deloach went to work. Ferguson lost it, was able to put it back on the floor and repositioned himself to get the bucket off glass. Differential on the scoreboard. And we're going to have a technical foul issued against the Loyola bench.
You're going to see him lose possession of the ball, but it never hits the ground. He takes another set of dribbles and puts it up. And then someone on the Loyola bench, a little too close to an official, or maybe said something the official didn't care for, but he was right next to the bench.
The foul.
And I don't know if they stood up or they were on the actual down for a lot of the players against Nebraska.
Watson missing the follow by Deloach will be waved off, as it was a foul. The 3 fouls apiece for Watson and Reese on the Loyola. Watson in all A-10, second team selection a season.
Exactly what you're supposed to. Take it right to the 7-footer, make him small, but he couldn't finish.
Inside out dribble by Reese, and he'll go to the free throw line. This rotation due to injuries and now
contributing.
It goes 0 for 2 there. Edwards off the hezzy. That one rims out. Ferguson blazing up the floor. Got it to go. He went down in a heap.
Hit up top like that and you're in the midair. His feet come up and he's got nothing to land on, and that's what's dangerous when you
to a flagrant one, Corey.
You know, it's tough because you say he didn't make it to the ball, but he didn't affect the ball, which kind of probably made it look a lot worse than it was.
Games coming your way. Final day action of the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. Here's Watson backing in on Milton. I'm going to call a defensive foul against Milton. And he gets the first yet to reach double figures in any of these tourney games. Gets the friendly bounce there. Back to Murray State.
Yeah, he moved his feet when he was supposed to stay stationary, but now we got a tripping foul.
Fouls. Also Jalen Quinn, who remains on the bench for Loyola. Markham makes the second, has not led since they were up 29-28. About 5 minutes left in the first half. That 3-ball misses out of the palm of Harkham. Reese, the teardrop, and has factored significantly here this morning. Lindsay, that's good. A mid-range jump shot. We haven't seen.
He has a lot of stuff in his bag right there. You see the step back jumper. He's a banger. He's a post guy, but man, does he have a nice touch.
He's got 11 points. Here's Ruben trying to attack Lindsay, and he wins that round. Harkham, the muscle move against Glasgow earns the whistle.
You want to try to make 2 or 3 plays. You string together 2 or 3 to put their mark on this game.
And Harkham
there and get that block. That was sensational.
10 seconds on the shot clock, 5 minutes on the game clock. Wood's gonna try a 3 and knock it down, and Murray State is closing in on 4 minutes to play here.
Good decision right there by Edwards. It was a 3-on-2. He didn't like what he saw. Take your time, get a good look.
Edwards, the hesitation move, pump fake. And Edwards gets Wood off the handoff. Gets it up to Harkham. Harkham a deep 3. That's good. Terrence Harkham sticks it for Murray State.
A lot of great individual one-on-one plays, guys making shots, contested shots, fadeaways, one-on-ones, three-point pull-ups.
Lindsay draws the contact from Rubin, and he is going to go to the free throw. Bit of a breakout here in Honolulu for Lindsay in the 19th after a career-high 27.5 block performance against Middle Tennessee. Goes 1 of 2 at the line on that trip. One possession separation. Watson off the hezzy. Too strong off the glass. Good rebound there by Justin Morgan.
Murray State with back-to-back stops. Solid defense down the stretch. They're in a good spot now, trying to build on that lead.
Yeah, Loyola picking a bad time to go cold. They have not made a field goal in about 4 minutes. Wood picked it up, got it to Lindsay. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Wood's gonna hoist. And that's an air ball. Shot clock violation. Here's Rubin. He's had a big ball game. Spins into the paint, gets it to go. Rubin has 16 points, still perfect from the field, 7 for 7.
Big boy basketball right there. Nice ball screen. Reese comes over and gives him a little bit of a screen in that one-on-one play.
And the Racers are going to signal for a timeout. Lindsay unable to get a handoff, now finally gets it to Harkham. Back to Lindsay, strong take, and he's fouled. Oh, he had some cruel intentions.
Get blocked.
LaCoria. Lindsay a 75% free game. He has 16 points to lead the Racers, who are 3 points better on the board at the moment.
And we know the Ramblers have three-point shooters.
Oh, Reese attacked the rim but couldn't hit. And now is forced to commit the foul in the back. However, now Jacoby Wood at the line shooting 2, and he gets the first.
And some three-point shooting here down the stretch. They get a missed free throw, but
it's out of bounds. Who was last to touch it? It's going to go the
question for Loyola.
And he misses the front end. Morgan collects the board. And a foul committed in the backcourt by Wakor.
Didn't cash in.
And the free throw, meanwhile, good. And follows his own miss. Almost had his own offensive rebound. Here's Watson. They need it. He delivers it. And it's a one-possession game. It's not to be handled here in this matchup. One team will leave the islands with a victory. The other will leave the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Class. Harkham that possession. And he's unable to do so. So a chance to tie here for the Ramblers. Edwards gets it to Watson. 10 seconds to play. Watson dribbles it off of his foot. 5 seconds. Edwards, someone's got to get it up. Edwards will. No good. And this game is over. Murray State hangs on, and they take it 71-68. And they get at least one victory notched on this trip out to the Hawaiian Islands.
Well, you hear the phrase a lot. This was a gutsy win, but that's exactly what this was. The Ramblers jumped all over them to start the second half, but Murray State buckled down. They defended. They made tough plays. And this last defensive stance, you have the lost handle. You have the communication, hands up. Guys moving their feet, contesting. 2 guys on the shooter. Nobody fouls the shooter. Great defensive execution for the Racers down the stretch, but just a bad offensive set here for the Ramblers down the stretch. They do get it to one of their best three-point shooters who got a decent look, but not enough.
And Loyola